and that's when I turned to the Australian Defence Force.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was 100%. Everything was weird. Everything's just so different.
Listen, bro, I went down that path at one point too, but I wanted to do reserves.
Oh,
yes, I joined up at 16, started the process, and then I got in at. I had a lot of complications I had to deal with medically and all that sort of stuff.
oh yeah.
And I got into Kapuka like to go the training,
No
literally
way.
like 2 weeks before the car accident.
Oh,
And
you're joking.
it just stopped everything.
Oh.
So around when I met you, actually, so that's when I got accepted.
Well, everything happens for a reason, type of thing, and that's what I've come to learn. It's weird because, so when I applied for the Australian Defence Force, I was going for a position in the engineering field.
Okay.
So that kind of like, with my background of engineering and my newfound like glory and respect for engineering, like the stars sort of aligned, and the universe was telling me, mate, this is it. This is what you were destined to be.
Yeah.
Like you're 23, 24, and if you get this, you're set up for the rest of your life. It's a government paying job. It's like everything you've ever wanted, and you're exactly.
It's full on, yeah.
It's really full on, but at the same time, I thought about like that idea when I was 16, 17, 18 can become reality because I'll be an engineer, I'll have a really awesome job, and I'll be really happy, right? Or happy. Yeah. And like I'm helping people. So in that sense, it's like ticking all the boxes. So it really resonated with me. I was like, this is it. This is everything. Now, I applied for the position, and I failed 3 times. It's strange because they were all for different things.
Okay.
But the very last time I failed, and you know what? I'm proud that I failed because it means I didn't give up.
Yeah, 100%.
Although many people argue that you should just quit after the first one.
I disagree with that. I failed twice. Both. What? No, I failed once. It was medically, but it was a massive fail. They're like, no chance unless you get this thing sorted out.
Yeah, right. Wow. Yeah. For me, it was, I think the first one I was just like overconfident. And then I kind of like, what's the word? I just went blank in the interview process because there was an interview process that you had to like answer a few questions on. Mine just went blank and I couldn't answer anything.
How was that interview, by the way?
I know. Everyone's so like serious, and it's like, well, what's your name? And you're like,
I remember my interview. I had the psychiatrist interview, like that lady that comes in and is just sort of like questioning your motives.
Oh, and it ticks all the boxes. Yeah.
And she said to me, I see you've got a bunch of speeding fines here.
Oh, damn.
I go, yeah, I was dumb. I just stupid mistakes I've learned from him or whatever. And then she went on to talk to me about how a bad citizen I was and how, like she was trying to get me to crack and sort of like yell at her because she went on, bro. Like she was like, you're a disgrace. How can you not adhere to the road rules and expect to adhere to the rules in the army and this?
So it's like reverse psychology?
Sort of, but I just sat there just biting my tongue like it was
I want to clock you off.
It was full on, man.
Oh yeah, that freaked me out a lot. But what freaked me out most was the waiting. You're in the room waiting with everyone else, and they're all going in one at a time.
3-4 hours.
And yeah, and one of them, they come out one at a time, and they're either like completely destroyed or they're over the moon, right? And the amount of times I saw like the guys and girls, yeah, I'm like, oh god, you look like you've just got run over by a truck. How am I gonna go? Oh no. So it just freaked me out.
So, random question for you with it. How did you dress going to that interview?
I had to suit up. You had to suit up, right?
All right, I suited up too. Mate, I had about 6 guys in my interview process that were in like shorts and a t-shirt.
Yes, no. Maybe we're the same dude. Maybe that was the same guy.
I'm just sitting there like, what is going on? Like, am I overdressed?
He had thongs on, board shorts, and a singlet, and a truckie hat.
Exactly. I'm like,
Maybe it was the same guy. The same guy.
bro, we could have been there the same day.
Yeah, he's been trying all these years. I reckon he's still there.
Full on, bro. I was a trip out.
Oh, and you know what? They even tell you in the emails that you should dress up, right? And they tell you like you should dress to impress, essentially,
Dress
because
for
it's an actual interview.
Yeah.
But I think these guys thought, oh, it's just training, so I'll just dress like I'm going to beach Arthur, so I might as well just dress it like this. But yeah, so back onto the Air Force. Failed 3 times, which was fantastic. Great for the ego, great for the mindset, you know. Always going back home to mum and dad, like, mum, dad, didn't pass, I'm going to try again. The last time was actually because of my fitness.
Okay.
Which is really strange because I passed the first 2 times and the fitness was fine. But it's the last time that was like, they were like, no, so I was just a bit under. Like, it was the beep test. And if anyone's done the beep test, it's horrid.
I love the beep test, bro.
What's wrong with you? I'm a trainer, and hearing that offends me.
I actually want to do it again to see what score I could get now.
Oh, I would not wish that on my worst enemy.
When I was in school, the highest I got was 12.1.
Oh, wow. That's a pretty good effort.
Only because I'm mentally, like, fried, and I don't like seeing other people get ahead of me.
Well, you're really competitive in that sense.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah. See, for me, I'm like, you know what? I'll just hit bare minimum and see how I go. And then as I was doing, I think bare minimum was like maybe 7. I can't remember.
It's 7.5, yeah.
Yeah. And then as I was going for the minimum, I was like, oh, I hit 7, so I just stopped. I'm like,
oh, you're kidding.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I got 7 in my head. That's all I need to go. But it's actually like 7.5 or something. And then I'm like walking off. I'm kind of gasped, but kind of puffed, but not really. I'm like, go for a bit more. But it's too late because the moment you walk off, that's it.
Yeah, they can't. They're very strict.
Yeah. Push-ups are fine. Sit-ups are fine. Everything else was amazing. And then it's just that bloody beep test. If they took, yeah. If they took that out of the test, I would be there right now. I would be in the Air Force.